Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. In this video, I'm going to be showing you an ICT trading strategy I actually use to get funded multiple six figures. So I'm a six-figure funded ICT trader, and today I'm going to be showing the strategy I use to actually achieve these six figures. It's absolutely insane. Almost every single day it forms a setup. I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you it's a 100% win rate. It's not. It's about 70, 60, 65% win rate. I'm a real trader. I'm here to show you real stuff. So this is the strategy I use to get funded six figures, and you can certainly use it yourself to actually get funded six figures. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first thing we need to do is we need to align the basics of the strategy. So the pairs which you're going to use the strategy on is GBPUSD, EURUSD, SPX 500. NAS 100 is an extra. However, these are the three pairs I actually use, especially GBPUSD, because GBPUSD does form actually very nicely on almost every single day, including EURUSD. And the next thing you have to know is you have to know the timings of this trading setup. So we trade this in the New York Open at 8 a.m. all the way to 10:30 a.m. New York time, or you can trade it at the London time. So this is the exact same thing, 1 p.m. all the way to 3:30 p.m. This is just London time, this is just New York time, and this is the time to trade it at. So wherever you are in the world, you have the chance to actually use the strategy. That's the best part about this. And the next thing you have to do is you have to align the time frames that you have to trade the strategy on. You have to utilize these three time frames right over here, using it from the highest one, which is 15-minute, to the 5-minute, all the way to the 1-minute time frame, which is completely fine. And that's what's going to help you increase the win rate by a lot. However, here are the rules for when you're trading this strategy. So the first thing is that you have to check for 15-minute liquidity sweeps. And the second thing you have to do is 15-minute has to tap into a PD array. This can be an order block or an FEG. So for example, as you can see right over here, the 15-minute time frame, we actually ended up taking out this liquidity right over here. As soon as you took out that liquidity, we tapped into this PD array, which is the high time frame order block, which is the 15-minute order block, and we took out the 15-minute liquidity. 15-minute order block or imbalance tap, and then as soon as we get that, we go in the lower time frame, and then we check the 5-minute time frame for a bullish engulfment or a bearish engulfment candle of the opposite direction. So for example, price taps into the FEG or order block or PD array. As soon as it taps into it, what we do, we go down to the 5-minute time frame, and then when we're down on the 5-minute time frame, we have to look for a bullish engulfment candle of the opposite direction, of course, of bearish engulfing. So for example, let's say you have a down candle right over here. The candle after it has to engulf that candle. That's it. And that's the thing which nobody really talks about. However, that actually helps me increase my win rate by that 50%, 60%, all the way to like 70%, 75%, which has been working well for me a lot. The fourth thing we have to do, this is not over yet. We have to make the win rate as high as possible. Again, a trade setup forms a lot. Even though you have all these rules, these mechanical rules, a trade setup does form a lot. So the fourth thing we have to do is you have to go on the 1-minute time frame and check a market structure shift with displacement. So for example, when you go on the 5-minute time frame and you see the bullish engulfment candle, you go straight down to the 1-minute time frame, wait for a market structure shift with a displacement, and then enter off the extreme of the displacement leg. And then where we're gonna have our stop loss and take profit. Let's just talk about that right over here. As you can see, we target opposing liquidity, and our stop loss is actually below the low. So as you can see right over here, target opposing liquidity and our stop loss above the high or above the low. But in this case, it's going to be above this low right over here. And then when you enter that, enter right over there, and then we're going to target the opposing liquidity, which is resting right over here. So that's a very easy example. This one, I'm actually showing the liquidity. However, this one didn't actually take any liquidity. Let's just say that. That's completely fine. If it doesn't take liquidity, it's fine. However, it just increases the win rate by a little bit. I really like it when it does take out the liquidity. However, sometimes I do actually look for a setup even though it didn't. So now let me show you 3 examples of this strategy, which will actually blow your mind, okay? But just quickly, if you want to get your funded challenge passed, link in the description below. It also comes with my signals for a lifetime, and it also comes with so much more. So link in the description below. We do the cheapest prices, and it will surely change your life. Link in the description below for that. So as you can see, this is a very easy example I'm going to show you right over here. So we're going to mark out our 8 o'clock trading time all the way to 10:30, which is the New York Open, all the way to 10:30, which is resting right over there. So as you can see, we're going to wait for our trading time to actually commence and hit. As soon as it does that, as you can see, we took out all of these liquidity points. This one right over here, this one right over here. So yeah, these are all liquidity points. And if you're not going to call them liquidity points, you can call this one a liquidity point if you would like to. So as you can see, we have this FEG resting right over here, marked out with this order block, and then we actually tapped off it. Then we go down to the 5-minute time frame, wait for that bullish engulfment candle. As you can see, we have this bullish engulfment candle right over here. This green candle engulfed this red candle right there. Then we go down to the 1 minute time frame. As you can see, at a market structure shift with displacement of these highs right over here. Also, you can see this high right over here with displacement. And then as you can see, the extreme FVG is resting right over here. This can actually be your entry. This is a very easy example I'm showing you. Make sure you watch the next two because they will fool you a lot. And if you don't watch the last one, that's going to really actually take you to the next level. So where we're going to target for this one right here, we can target something like 1 to 3. You don't have to always be greedy. Take your profits, get out of the market, and that's how you're going to become funded in the best and fastest way. But this actually ends up running all the way to 1 to 13. So yeah, that's really and truly how it does go. So let me show you another example. This is on the 11th, just one day before. Same exact thing. We don't change anything we do. We just follow what already works, and we make money from it. So as you can see, we're on our 8 o'clock trading time. Same exact thing, okay? So 8 o'clock right over here. Now let's wait for that extreme FVG or order block to actually tap, or just PD array. As you can see, we have this extreme FVG resting right here with this order block. Then we tapped off it. Then we go down to the 5 minute time frame, and look what we have to see. So we have to see that bullish engulfment candle. Let's see if you see it. And there you go. This green candle engulfs this green candle before it. That's completely fine. Now let's go down to the 1 minute time frame, and now the most recent high is resting right over here. So now let's actually see price for the market structure shift with displacement, and as you can see, there you go, it does. However, the problem with this is that there is no FVGs right over there, so you're just going to completely skip the entry. You're not going to enter the trade. So now just completely wait. Don't force a trade on yourself. Go on the 5 minute time frame. You can still look for an entry. As you can see, this green candle actually bullish engulfs this previous green candle. Then going down to the 1 minute time frame, extreme FVG. There's one resting right over here. This is very, very, very tiny, but there is this one which looks very nice right over here. You can enter off both because you're always going to have your stop loss below the low. So you can have 1% risk right over here and then 1% risk right over there. So as you can see, stop loss below the low, and then you can target 1 to 2 RR for this one. As you can see, let's just wait for it to tap into our entry. Just be patient, let it do what it wants to do. Don't force your entry in. And as you can see, it does actually run very high. But if you were like going very conservative and going off that FVG right over there, as you can see, it actually does end up tapping off it, doing the exact same thing. So if your entry was right over here, you would have done the exact same thing, and it actually runs all the way to the moon for this trade right over here. So yeah, I also teach other strategies. Check the link in the description below for my mentorship group. But if you don't want to join, you don't have to. But if you want to join, it will make you evolve your trading a lot. So 8 o'clock right over here, same exact thing, 15-minute time frame. As you can see, as soon as we're on the 15-minute time frame, same thing. We don't change whatever we do. We just follow what already works, and we already make a lot of money from it. 8 o'clock right here. After 8 o'clock, it has to tap off high time frame region, so PD array, all the way to 10:30. So now let's wait for that. As you can see, it doesn't actually tap off the PD array. However, it actually taps off this key zone right over here, which is just as good. And if you want to know question why this is so good, leave 10 comments in the link in the description below, or in the comment section. And if there's 10 comments, I'll explain why this is a PD array on my future video, okay? Because it is quite a long explanation, but this is also a PD array. Going down to the 5 minute time frame, and then we look for that bullish engulfment candle. So now let's just wait for that. As you can see, this green candle bullish engulfs this green candle before it. We go down to the 1 minute time frame. As you can see, we have a market structure shift with displacement, and then our extreme FVG. It's all the way over here. Don't be too greedy. Get into the market at this FVG right over here. This is just as good, okay? Because this is way less than 50% down on this leg, and it's a very small region. This FVG is completely fine. You don't always have to go for the extreme and look for your sniper entries. No, you don't. You're going to miss most of your entries if you keep on doing that. And if your stop loss is too small, then yeah, it's not really good for you in the long run. As you can see, it taps off the entry point right over here, and it ends up actually flying all the way to the opposing liquidity, which is resting right over there. So anyway, everyone, if you want your funded challenge passed, link in the description below. And if you want to join the mentorship, link in the description below. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good day.